Good morning. I've written another poem. I'm going to explain the genesis of this poem towards the end. So here it goes. It's poem number 70 and it's called Diets Change, written today on the 26th of 11th, 2023. In my life, our diets have changed from real foods goods to manufacturers processed. The 60s and 70s provided our diet of natural real foods, yes, even fats and some meats. The 80s saw change, fast and quick, avoid all the fats, one was never enough. Recipes of production, ingredients all change, chemicals so many, ultra silent, rearranged. Now we eat in the morning, a snack before lunch, some more in the PM, dinner, then still we munch. Our bodies became graziers, no off button used, a downtime not allowed to process our food. 40 years on, our bodies have absorbed, 70s films show us, our frames have evolved. So feed as the 70s, have time off the trough, eat real food and then give it the time it needs off. By Bunny Warren. Now this really is a poem based on the privilege of observation and being able to observe life since 1963, probably more 65 since I became aware of everything going on. But during the 60s and 70s, our diets and the food our mothers fed us, and it was mainly our mothers, were very different from the foods that started to come in the beginning of the 80s and everything that goes with it. And I am, I'm 60, but I'm a big man, and I have been since probably middle to late 80s. I was very fit, very muscular, but then I became larger and larger, and it really was a consequence of the food I was eating. We didn't notice it happening. I think it's a bit like smokers getting marketed into smoking. I think we as a society got marketed into eating different foods. The privilege of having a bit more time is I'm able to write these poems, I'm able to observe and think and look back on the world as it's changed, and society has, not just figuratively, but in its figure, changed from the 70s body build, which if you look back at videos from the 70s and early 80s, we were a different shape from the shape we are now. I've also been able to read a lot, and I've read many books on sociology, diet, and everything, because I suffer from high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, all the metabolic syndromes, and I've had these diseases which I think are genuinely related to how, okay, there is personal blame, of course. I ate too much and I grazed, and I probably ate more than I had in a day than I did not eating. That has changed now, but I've had time to read books. So I've read books like Ultra Processed People and Food for Life and Ravenous, The Circadian Code and The Glucose Revolution, and it's made me see that although we in the 60s and 70s might not have lived as long, I think during the time we did, we were fitter. Medicine has evolved, and if our diet was the same then, if it was the same now as it was then, medical science would be having a lot less problems. And to a large degree, I blame, it's the way food is manufactured now, and and food is made to make money, as I think Tim Spector said in Food for Life, or the author Chris in Ultra Processed People, and in Ravenous. Food wasn't about nurturing the body and making it stronger, it was about profit lines, same as cigarettes were. And I think society is currently suffering like tobacco did, or cigarettes caused the cancer fears, and the tobacco put the strain on the NHS. I think ultra-processed foods are to blame to a large degree. I mean, we all are, we put food in our mouths, but I think we need to see evolution to real foods, back to real foods, and back to the 70s, and giving our bodies downtime, giving our bodies at least 12 hours with no food going in, so our bodies can process the stuff we've given it. Even if it's bad stuff, if we gave it 14, 15, 16 hours to process the rubbish, I think our livers, our pancreases, our stomachs and everything else will be much better. Microbiomes, putting the right food in your stomach, your second brain, all this stuff. Anyway, I'm now talking rubbish. But tomorrow I go in to have a little bit of surgery. I'm having a stent put in, so they're going to put a camera in my vein and they're going to have a good look around, and they're going to decide what is best for my heart and its circulatory optimization, I guess. I don't mind the camera. It's the film crew that worries me. Oh, joke of the day, joke of the week, joke of the month. I've told that one about 50 times. Anyway, I'm going to read the poem again now, and then I'm going to sign off. Here we go. The poem was written today, about an hour ago, and it's called Diets Change. In my life, our diets have changed, from real foods goods to manufacturers processed. The 60s and 70s provided our diet of natural real foods, yes, even fats and some meat. The 80s saw change, fast and quick, avoid all the fats, one was never enough. Recipes of production, ingredients all change, chemicals, so many, ultra silent, rearranged. Now we eat in the morning, a snack before lunch, some more in the PM, dinner, and then still we munch. Our bodies became graziers, no off button used, a downtime not allowed to process our food. 40 years on, our bodies have absorbed, 70s films show us, our frames have evolved. So feed as the 70s, have time off the trough, eat real food and then give it the time it needs off, by Bunny Warren. Okay, thank you everybody, and I shall see you after tomorrow's is it surgery? I don't know, operation? Procedure. I'm going to use the word procedure. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. All the best, and family, I love you, and yeah, good luck. Bunny signing off. Bunny out.